Hey guys, it's Penguin here, and welcome back to another gold making video. Now this video is going to be slightly different, as it is going to be a reputation guide for the Enlightened in patch 9.2. So what I mean by different is that, we normally focus on the gold making content. However, technically this video can be for anybody because, no matter if you are a raider, PvPer, Mythic Plus player, or gold maker, we all need reputation, and most likely we're all trying to get it as fast as possible. So of course, in this video, I will be talking in terms of gold making goals. So I'll be talking about crafters marks and legendaries and stuff like that. However, if you are somebody who does not do gold making, all of this knowledge will of course apply to you, just maybe not the specific goals. So that might differ a little bit. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, just a little disclaimer. I am recording this the day before patch for the NA. This is Monday night. So, of course, technically 9.2 is still not fully out. So if a certain value gets changed or something looks a little bit different, of course, we're only going off the knowledge that we currently have. Now, with that being said, patch, is less than 24 hours away. So more than likely, all of this will be accurate. But of course, if you see something that might be changed during the live patch, or if I find it myself, there will always be information in the pinned comment. But without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. So to get started, there are 6 different ways to gain reputation inside of patch 9.2 for the Enlightened faction. So we're going to go and highlight each method and how much reputation it gives and any additional tips for those methods. And then later on in this video, we're going to go through the breakdowns of how long it's going to take you to reach each different level of reputation and how to make that even faster. So the first and obvious one that we have are just the simple campaign quest. So this is, not surprising at all. The campaign, if you do the 9.2 campaign, every single week, you will gain reputation. So the most important thing for you to do is definitely keep up to date with the chapter every single week. Keep in mind the first week will have 3 chapters to complete, and then of course just continue that for the upcoming weeks. So moving on, the second way to gain reputation is through World Quest. And currently, World Quest give 125 reputation every single completion. Now, initially, right when the patch goes live, you will have access to 2 World Quest per day. However, you can complete this research, which is the Casual Understanding, which is a part of the Cipher of the First One's research branch. And if you complete that, which you can complete it, I believe the research time is 1 hour. So just go ahead and complete that on the first day, and you will have access to a 3rd World Quest every single day. So in total, 3 World Quests for 125 reputation. That's 375 rep every single day by completing those 3 quests. Moving on, we now have dailies. So just like before World Quest, you're completing, these bigger objectives every single day. You're also going to have dailies to complete with them. Now, the big difference between dailies and the World Quest is that you will not always gain reputation. If you have done Korthia stuff in the past, you know that not all Korthia dailies give reputation. Some of them give Korthite crystals, some of them give little gold amounts, and some of them give anima. So there will be a chance every single day for your daily quest to reward 75 rep. However, it's not guaranteed. Also, like before, you will have instant access to 2 daily quests per day. However, yet again, there is a research which you can complete. It is called the Altanian Understanding. However, it does take a few days to actually research. So you will want to start the research as fast as possible. And once that completes, you will have a third daily quest to add to your collection. But each rewards 75 reputation. But once you get that third daily quest, you will be able to add an additional 75 onto that. The next very simple thing to complete is the bi-weekly quest. So, as you guys know, once again in Korthia, there is a weekly quest, which just kind of, you need to complete dailies, you need to kill rares, you need to kill world bosses, etc., and it completes that overall weekly quest. The nice thing is that in Zereth Mortis, this quest will happen twice a week. So instead of weekly, it is now bi-weekly, and it respawns every 3 days. So you can kind of think of it like the assaults in the mall, if that makes sense to you. But every time you complete this bi-weekly quest, you will gain 500 reputation, so, that is super, super good. And of course, because it is on a 3-day cycle, some weeks you may be able to even complete it 3 times. So anywhere between 1,000 to 1,500 reputation every single week by doing this bi-weekly quest. Then the last thing that you'll be able to do at the start is killing rares. Now, as many of you know, a lot of talk has been happening with these rares, which we will go into more detail later when we talk about how long this will take. But there are 29 rare mobs inside of Zereth Mortis, and each of them, most of them, give 10 reputation each. And that is, of course, once per day. I will say there are 4 rares that are from the Endless Sands area, and they do grant 15 reputation each. So, you have 25 of them, which will give 10 rep, and then you have 4 of them, which will give 15 reputation. Of course, you can ultimately kill all of these once per day for that reputation. This does not give a ton of reputation, but if you complete all of them every single day, that definitely can add up. Then lastly, you will not have access to this, more than likely, on the first week of patch, but we also have the world boss. So more than likely, the world boss will be available on week 2, because that is when the raid opens up. But whenever the world boss does become active, you'll be able to complete that world boss quest for 200 reputation as well. So to just kind of sum all of that up, on the first day, you'll be able to have 3 world quests, 2 dailies, a handful of rares, bi-weekly quest, as well as, of course, the campaign. And then as the days go on, you will eventually unlock a 3rd daily quest, as well as eventually the world boss will open up as well. So that is the big breakdown of exactly how you do these activities. And now we're going to go into what this actually means in terms of a time frame. So this is kind of the part where we're going to talk about the reason why this is important. And of course, if you guys are not a gold maker, or you are a gold maker as well as somebody who does raiding, your priorities may be a little bit different, but I, of course, going to talk about this in terms of gold making and unlocking recipes. So to get started, we're going to be talking about how long it will take to hit each different reputation level without killing any rares. So this will be no rares farmed at all. Not a single one has been killed throughout your entire 9.2 experience. And with that being said, that means it will take you 11 days to hit Honored. So, to put that in perspective, the patch is coming on the 22nd of February, or the 23rd if you are EU, and if you kill no rares whatsoever, however, you do your dailies, your world quest, your bi-weekly quest, etc., and then eventually the world boss, you will be able to hit Honored in 11 days, which would be the 4th of March. Of course, if you're EU, that will be the 5th of March. So that is the current time frame. It will take you 11 days, and as you know, 11 days when honored, you will unlock the Crafter's Marks. So you unlock the Crafter's Marks 4, as well as the Crafter's Marks of the first ones. Moving on, we now have Revered, which, yet again, without any rares, you will unlock this on a day 29. So it will take you about a month to hit Revered, which will probably be about, week 5 of patch. So, that's a pretty long time. Then, of course, if you are going for Exalted, you will hit that in 64 days, with a Paragon chest every 20 days after that. Now, if, let's say, you do want to go out and kill rares, this next section is talking about killing an average of 20 rares every single day. So like I mentioned before, there is a total of 29 rares, so technically you could gain even more reputation if you attempted to do all 29 every single day, but to give you some leniency, this is averaging about 20 per day, so you're missing 9 of them. So for Honored, instead of taking those 11 days, it will only take you 8 days. So like I previously said, patch is either coming on the 22nd or the 23rd, depending on your region, which means you will hit Honored either on the 1st or the 2nd of March. So you will be, getting it 3 days earlier than people without rare farming. Now, I will say a lot of people will stress out about this because, as many of you know, you make a ton of gold if you are one of the first people to unlock the crafter's marks. However, if you have a lot of tunes that you want to focus on, or, you just have a lot of tunes that you have to gain this reputation with, I would not stress about min-maxing this for those 8 days. The reason I say this is, of course, if you are somebody, the first people on your server to get these recipes, you will make a ton of gold. However, there's going to be a ton of people trying to complete every single 29 rares every single day, people who might play a ton more than you, and simply, it's very unreasonable to believe that you might be first if you're on a very, very full pop server. Now, of course, if you're somebody who's able to play a ton of hours per day and you don't have work, school, have to deal with family, something like that, then 100% go for it. However, if you're somebody who is discouraged by this, still go for that reputation. To this day, I am still selling eye level 200 gear, eye level 230 gear, and it is literally the day before the next patch. So even if you're, are 3 days later than some people, you still have the whole rest of the patch and the expansion in order to sell this gear and make a profit. But continuing, if you do farm an average of 20 rares, to hit Revered, it will take you 22 days. So that is 22 compared to 29. Then Exalted, you will hit Exalted in 49 days compared to 64. Now, of course, as we get further and further, that big difference definitely is known. Between 8 and 11, that was only a 3-day difference. Then you got to a 7-day difference, and now you're comparing 49 to 64. However, you also keep in mind that you have to kill 20 rares a day, which will probably take a pretty long time, and it's probably unreasonable to assume you're doing that on multiple characters every single day. So, of course, that is why this difference is pretty drastic. And then, of course, if you are somebody who likes your Paragon chest, you will get it every 12 days compared to 20 days. Now, this calculation does not keep in mind human characters. Humans do have a reputation bonus. To my knowledge, the human rep bonus will not affect your Honored, like you will still hit Honored on day 8. However, it will more than likely affect your Revered and Exalted and possibly, help you out and get it even faster for those milestones. However, I don't have that calculation, so you will have to do that yourself, or just know you'll do it in less than 22 days if you want Revered, for example. But with all of that said, that is basically it for this video. I mean, that is how you gain reputation. So hopefully that makes sense. Thank you so much for watching this video. Of course, if you notice anything messed up in the math or anything, or you have any more suggestions, feel free to leave a comment down below. But without further ado, if you guys want to join the community, feel free to join the Discord. And as always, have a good day.